Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today I have two teams for you for the invasion event, the tower event. Always one of the easiest events in the game. They pretty much hand you all the tools you need to beat it pretty easily and quickly. They give you a troop that can one-shot the enemy that eventually becomes every single enemy, and they give you a weapon normally that's a good weapon that goes with that troop. So buy up in the shop correctly and you should be okay. Make sure you get the tower killer. It has extra points, it does extra damage, it's one-shotting the enemy, and then make sure you buy up to the weapon, because the weapon always goes with the troop, and it's a nice mana generator and everything. So you're going to be one-shotting, just grab multiple copies of this troop, make sure you get it fully ascended, and all that good stuff. It does cost a little bit of gems, but it's worth it to get it done super easily. And there's other options if you can't do that, but make sure you fully ascend, fully trait, and then you can grab. There's like another tower killer you can use if you can't get 3 copies of it. But for this first team here, I went with the ruby weapon, apothecary, the tower killer, and gimlet. So gimlet changes green to brown and is empowered. So I did archer class. That way we have a bunch of green on the board that we could turn to brown. And then once you do that, you'll have tons of brown, and that'll fill up your ruby weapon. And you cast your ruby weapon, and it was one-shotting for me all the way to like 3 towers. Now you might not have as much magic as me. I have like as much magic as you can get in the game, pretty much, I think. So I don't know if it'll one-shot for you all the way to 3 towers, but that's just where I made sure to keep track of like how long it one-shotted, and it was like right up to 3 towers. As soon as it turned to 3 towers, I stopped one-shotting. But then you can two-shot, which is still pretty good. You just cast your gimlet, get it up, cast your ruby weapon, it'll make some explosions, that should get up your apothecary, and then normally there will be some sort of conversion you can do with the apothecary to make sure to get your ruby weapon right back up, cast it again. Somehow that doesn't work, then just use your tower killer, cast that, and that'll destroy some gems, and then that'll get the last little bit of mana for your apothecary or your ruby weapon. You're only going to have to cast that ruby weapon twice, even on 4 towers, like towards the end, which is better than using like 3 tower killers and casting 4 times and whatnot. So if you're a high level player and you have access to everything, I think the ruby weapon is the best way to go because it's just less casts overall. You'll cast Gimlet, you'll cast the ruby weapon, you'll cast Apothecary, you'll cast the ruby weapon. So it's like 4 turns, even on 4 towers, super deep. I mean, you might have to do 3, like if you're going for the leaderboard or something, or you're in first place or something. But if you're just playing normally, you're probably only gonna have to 2-shot, and it'll be pretty easy, really fast. Invasion's one of the easiest events in the game, so you got a one-shotter, and then you got the ruby weapon. You have access to all your weapons, so. And then Gimlet's doing green to brown with we got a green storm going with the archer class, and then turning it all to brown, which the ruby weapon uses brown, so it all just worked out nicely. The ruby weapon doing true damage, so you get to skip past their armor and all that. So I think this is the best option if you're high level and have everything in the game. But if you're not, it's okay too, because they just hand you everything that you need in the shop, and you just have to buy it correctly in the shop, and you should be fine. So I'll show you a team here in a second if you don't have the ruby weapon. But how many vault keys did you get? I got 300. I've been just getting 300 every single time, just making sure I get at least 300, because I think that's the bare minimum for like in-game players, is to get like 300 vault keys. I barely squeaked it out, but I got them, so pretty cool. Got a little special holiday event too, so make sure you come to the live stream a little bit later, 9 a.m., 9:30, 10 a.m. EST, somewhere around there. We'll be checking all that stuff out. The Soul Forge and all the weekly preview stuff. Whatever this special event is with the pet, and I think we got to get like kill brown enemies and get a doodad, a dingleberry, and turn it in to get pets. I don't know, something like that. We'll see. But here's the low level team, or hey, if you're high level, you could use this too. Using all tower killers with the weapon that they give you in the shop. Weapon they give you in the shop is called the Underminer, and it blows up brown and gives a positive stat effect to dwarves and summons a dwarf. So you should have no trouble. Another cool thing is you got Zach Boom. I think Boom Grizzle was his name. Zach Boom Grizzle. He's an older tower killer that you can use if you have him. If you don't have them, just use all the new guy that you get in the shop. But if you do have him, use him because he's better than the new tower killer. The new tower killer hits harder, has double magic, gives you extra points, so you have to use it. The Dwarven Overseer. But if you have Zac, you might want to use him as your other two. But I just put two of the tower killer that we just got on the team. In case you don't have Zac, Boom, Grizzle, you can just use 3 of those. But they're the same mana color, so team's going to be the same either way, no matter what you have. And they both kind of do similar things. They both one-shot a tower and then do a little bit of mana generation. It's just that Zac Boom Grizzle's a little bit better because he blows up red, while the new guy, just Dwarven Overseer, just destroys some gems. So just match some color, like match brown or yellow or red. Get up your weapon and then cast it and try to get every single one of your tower killers up, because they all use the same color, so you don't really want to be like casting. I mean, you can, since they all do some sort of little explosion or destroy. You could just start casting them, but I think it's better to get all of them up and then start casting them, because if you get them all up and then start casting them, they're all going to mana generate a little bit, and you'll get the first one back up, and then that's 4 towers. So use the first one, and mana generates a little bit. Use the third one, or the second one, mana generates a little bit. Use the last one, mana generates a little bit, and then it gets the first one back up. You cast it, you win. Or you just take some skulls. So you got 3 tower killers, there's 4 towers. So you're going to have to either take some skulls or get one of them back up. But you got the weapon there to help you with that. So, yeah, just use the stuff that they give you. It's really easy, really quick, easiest guild event in the game. Don't forget to come to the live stream, 9:30, 10 a.m. EST, somewhere around there. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.